Hi team, I just wanted to hop on here real quick and do just a little bit of an overview of some of the changes you might be seeing in Command as far as compliance goes. There are just a few little extra things that may look different to you, but they really are to help you save time and to really help your business. So I just wanted to give an overview of those things. This is really all in helping your business and helping keeping track of things in the best way possible. So I just wanted to give you a glimpse of what that looks like. If you have any other questions regarding this, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and show you some of those things right through here. Okay, so the first things first. So when you create an opportunity now, you'll see this page. So after I've created the opportunity, if it's a listing or a buyer, it's going to template it differently. However, either way, I'm going to see to start with work with opportunity, please select checklist type first. And then over here, it says pick checklist type. So that is a step that you're going to have to do. But again, it's going to help you. If I do pick checklist type and then residential on a buyer's, it will have residential and new construction. If you are working with a rental, it'll have like a lease option or different types of rentals there. So you have the different types, so that because different deals require different documents sometimes. So this really is to help you manage that a little bit more and not have to move around and question what really is required for my specific type of transaction. So then if I click on residential, and then it's then going to pull the normal kind of thing what you see with the checklist and what's needed. And the first thing you'll notice on the listed side, and I'll kind of touch on the buyer side as well, but on the listed side, you'll notice right here that it says this is optional because this isn't necessarily something you're uploading. If I click on right here, it says checklist, click here. It's actually going to open up the document that we have shared at one point, but I can share these. I will share these again as well, but it will just give you an idea of what these listing requirements are. So it'll give me the MLS sheet, tax records, everything that I need once it's listed, everything that I need once it's under contract, and everything I need once it's closed. And gives you those notes like it will be automatically uploaded after compliance has been reviewed and verified your files complete that DA. So that's something we upload. And it does have a note, please submit all your paperwork for review, and remember to hit the submit for the commissions tab because sometimes that is missed. So just has some good notes in here so that you can always refer to that. It also has this checklist is broken down in Command as well with all the little slots. So you have MLS sheet, that's where you're going to stick it in here, tax records, wherever you're going to add things in. And then another thing that you may have noticed is over here, it says attach files from. So I'm in the computer standpoint. So anything that I'm going to add so far right now is going to be from my computer. So that would be things like MLS sheet, tax records, seller's net sheet, because I probably would get that from a website or from the title company. So I would drag them from my computer if I have them down at the bottom, or I would hit browse and they would get added in. But if you've gotten like a listing agreement and your wire fraud and other disclosures signed right in Docusign, you want to just switch this drop down to Docusign. Now you'll notice when I did that, I didn't have that option. So what I haven't done yet is started my transaction. So I'm going to go ahead and start my transaction in Docusign. It's going to open up the room, and this is why picking a checklist type also helps helps benefit you too. Sorry. Okay, so what it did for me is when I picked that checklist type right here, so I picked the checklist type in Command, and then once I go into Docusign from start a transaction or go to transaction, all those forms that are required for me are popping up right in this document for me. So I don't have to go looking for them in the add option. I can go find them right through here and get working on my listing agreement and different things from here. And the reason those sample, you'll notice some of them say sample, and the reasoning for that is just because of security and legal purposes. So as soon as you start typing on any of these documents, the sample watermark should be removed. So if it isn't, please let me know. But that is just for legal purposes. So that's when you can get into Docusign and do all of that. But you just want to make sure you're picking checklist type because, again, that's going to add all those forms over for you. And then kind of back to where I was. So now I have that attached files from, I have Computer and Docusign. So if it's something I'm taking right from Docusign, once it has been signed, it's going to give me that option. It's not going to give me the option to pull any of these blank ones in here because I'm not going to add any blank ones. It's just going to give me the option to pull any signed ones. So that's where I can go to select, and once I'll have like a drop down of options and I can search for those. This is, I have a listing. Once it goes live, I want to make sure that all of these are submitted within 48 hours of that. And I go to submit to MC. For under contract, I would click on the left side. Once it goes under contract, I want to make sure I get these in and are adding these in the process. And again, I've got some options for required and conditional based on the type of transaction. So like Keller Mortgage, if it does give you a note here, if it is a cash deal, then you wouldn't have to add it. So that's why it is in the conditional. Again, lead-based paint, that's a conditional one. And again, you have your same little drop-down options here as well. And then if I go to closed, these are the things that are required on that end too. So once it is closed, we need the final HUD in here, and we need a copy of the commission check in here as well. So that is a newer thing. So we'll need that in there. And then we need the DA, which that is something we upload. We upload the DA and the DA detail in here for you. And then you do always have the option if you need to add documents that we don't have slots for. If you need to add in your own custom folders, you have that option over here. But let's say if there is maybe some sort of document I need to add, I can go over here to the three dots and do add document. And then it will ask me questions like, okay, what's the document name? What type is it? Like, is it an addendum, disclosure? And then am I pulling it from my computer or Docusign? So I can identify that, and then it'll add right to there. So you have the option to, again, make this your own. These are the documents that we need to see for compliance. But Command is your ability to be able to use this to keep track of all the documents, and it's a safe space. So you can put whatever documents you need in here for tracking purposes. So that is just kind of a little of a rundown. Make sure you're picking the checklist type. You're going into Docusign after that, so it adds all those documents into the room for you. Make sure you're reviewing the checklist by clicking on here. And then just keeping an eye out on where you're adding your documents from, Docusign, My Computer. And then you'll notice too, as things may be getting returned or you're getting comments back, you're going to notice these little comment boxes. It looks like this. You can even start the conversation, but sometimes the conversation will already be started. If they say, hey, it looks like this is missing, or it looks like you haven't added this in yet, they're just doing that to find out what's going on and just get some clarification there. So just that is for your benefit. If you have any questions about those comments, just let us know. And those are coming from Monifer, so you can respond back to her and ask her questions, or you can reach out to us, reach out to Adrienne on any specific questions you have regarding any of those comments too. But that is a way for you to get some conversation going right through there and get your questions answered, but you can also rely on us at the same time. So know it was kind of a lot, but just wanted to give you an overview of what this all looks like and how it's broken down. If you need to set up some time just to even break it down a little bit more with me, please let me know. Send me screenshots if you're getting confused. Just rely on us. We're here to support you guys, and we know there's a little bit of changes, but we're here to support you, and this is really all in plans to help your business and help benefit you in the long run. So we're here for you. Thanks. Bye.